Tone Nation, we're here again. Another great episode we're about to have today. I want to introduce you to the world, my man Gus.
You already?
Gus, you do a lot of stuff, bro. I see you work, man. I ain't gonna hold you. I want you to tell everybody right now what's been your main focus in these past couple weeks.
Shout out to, Ramses, Brooke, Politics and Bullish.
Ooh.
Little platform for artists that, mostly don't get the platform as much. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really just trying to open up the gates for artists, any art, not just artists, So anything that has to do with creative arts, I want you to be able to come up, show off your talents. You never know where it's gonna go. You never know who's gonna, see the greatness in you. You know what I'm saying, and help you get to that next step. So that's just what I'm trying to do. It's what I've really been focused on lately.
What made you come up with that?
Honestly, I've been called lately in the last couple years for the first time for an interview, and when I did the interviews, I felt more confident about myself. I realized that it's another network, it's another lane for people that's doing whatever art to be more confident in themselves. So that's really what made me feel like, I need to do this. I need to help these people build themselves without needing help from an unknown source or the industry or, certain stuff like that.
Yes. Kind of like cutting the middleman almost.
Yeah, kind of. Because it's like, I would want you to cut the middleman so you can make more. You know what I mean? Save you time.
Yeah.
Make life easier for you. So
yeah.
Kind of like that.
Okay. You seem to be a person that when you start something, you have a vision about it. Am I correct?
I mean, just being around guys like you,
appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? I get more motivated to tap into my vision and whatever goals I have set, I'm gonna push to them. You know what I mean? That's just natural. Like anybody that's trying to lead and help with communities, you know what I mean? You're gonna set goals and you're gonna conquer them. So I really stay motivated, and if I have a vision, I know it's possible. You can't think it and it's not possible. So,
that's a fact. So with that being said, where do you see yourself in the next year and a half with Politics and Bullish?
Politics and Bullish honestly should be a well-known source by then for young people doing art. Anybody all over the world, not just in our states, you know what I mean? And I just want to make it become like a broadened platform for everyone to get recognized, you know what I'm saying? So probably in a year or two, we should see a lot of great talents from other countries, other different kind of arts, and we're gonna keep that rolling. That's what we see happening in the near future.
Yeah. And that's attainable too, especially nowadays. My question to you would be, with that being said, what are a few things that you feel like is going to be the challenges along that road?
I think mainly one of the biggest challenges that we are facing even right now is getting people to recognize the quality in whatever you presenting, whether it's the podcast, getting artists an interview, and just creating, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times people their eyes are already onto something. Like for instance, the way how music is brought now, and the younger generation, most of them, they have like a similar sound, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I want the generation of now to tap into. That you cannot be stuck in one element. Like there's a bunch of different waves, a bunch of different plugs, all kinds of stuff that you can get in tune to that is just outside of the natural normal box that you've been in, So that's gonna be hard for me to like get that through to the generation of now, But I see it happening by certain little tactics, certain strategies.
Yeah. Is there anything as far as how you presented your idea, any challenges with that?
Oh yeah.
How do you feel like you could present it better is a better question.
All right. I honestly feel like it's still like young and fresh, so a lot of the rawness is gonna bring out a more professional angle once you have time and working and seeing what's going on. And from there, you could stand on kind of like on the outside and look with a whole platform of work instead of just having like 1-2 episodes, a couple. I'm building, and when I get to sit back on the outside, I get to say, okay, this, that, we're gonna enhance that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
what? Oh, I'm sorry. You said
no, and I was just gonna, say, just more art, like people that do something and it's not glorified that much over here. Over here, they buy the same thing or they request the same thing. They demand it so much, but he's all the way over here and he can't bring it over there to get the popular demand. Give them what they need. So this is another what I want to provide and make it happen more, because we're lacking it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What platforms have you been using so far?
Red Autumn. Definitely shout out to Rel XL. Big up yourself, Binnie. The whole Red Autumn, the whole Leaf Gang.
Yes, sir.
Tone Agency. I gotta give you guys a big respect and shout out, because the light bulb went off once we got connected as far as this lane right here. So I gotta give you guys a lot of credit, a lot of respect. And AP Records, definitely my brother, before the business and everything. But we sit down and put a lot of great input together. You know what I'm saying? We get a lot of great thoughts and put them together. And I'm still promoting artists as a CEO, other than just a platform that bring artists that most of them, they're not my artists. They just guys trying to get something happening. So
exactly.
But I have my nephew, Jay Stacks.
Yeah.
And a couple of other guys I'm trying to see them build, Other endeavors, clothing, you know how that go.
Yeah.
Short films and so on,
That's so interesting, man. Like, so we do this thing at Tone Agency. It's called Assess and Bless, right?
Right.
So based on what you said, it gives me a good blueprint as far as like where you want to go and what are some things that I can suggest in order to sort of put you in that direction, right?
No problem.
And what's so dope about a lot of things you said, or a lot of things that we would normally suggest, is that things that you're already doing. It's just being even more aware, or even aware that somebody else is aware of how you're moving.
Right.
And then you move a little differently after that. So I think the first thing, sort of the first point I want to mention is building that awareness, building that audience. I watched a little bit of that live you did with AP, and it let me know that I'm not too sure if you want to be the face of it, because I understand how that could be difficult.
Right.
But because you're a person that, like, we just had this conversation, and it's like everyone is going to be drawn into what you're saying. So it's important that you continue to do those kind of lives with other people on other platforms, so that people can then start to pay attention to what you're doing.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
I would even suggest, like, in between doing episodes of the show, that you actually have lives, if not with the artists that were on the show already, or artists that you want to be on the show already. And then you could do something where you say, look, this is a great conversation, let's continue it on my platform. See what I'm saying? Right. So now people are looking forward to say, like, wait, his platform, let me look this up, let me see what he's talking about. Yeah, you're a person that definitely needs to be active with sharing your vision, because you're a founder, and that's a beautiful thing.
Appreciate that.
No problem.
Appreciate
No problem.
A lot.
You know what I'm saying? Real recognize real.
That's a fact.
The other thing is production, right? What I love about how y'all do y'all thing is that you didn't say, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, it's not gonna happen.
You work through what we have.
You work through what you had to. And when you work like that, people want to, like, lend those resources for you.
Absolutely.
Hence
Seen
why.
it firsthand.
You know what I'm saying?
Seen it firsthand. Thanks a lot. Again, like I said, and I think just, reiterating on what you're saying, it's kind of more like when you're in a positive mindset, when you're working hard and you're doing things sincerely with no you have no motive behind it, you're just really working,
yeah,
you're gonna always get the help, you're gonna always get the love, people gonna support you, and you're gonna get the right energy behind it. So that's just the vibe I try to keep. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I think the two things that will help you out with just that added production quality, it's simple stuff. So on certain TV programs, they have like their watermark on the bottom of their stuff.
Right.
I think we should definitely create one of those for you, help you develop that.
Right. So
that you can slap it on all your content, and now it's like, oh, nah, this looks official. Like,
right. Just the presentation to be more enhanced.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And we'll find easier ways for you to do it, so you don't necessarily have to get Final Cut.
Highly appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
For sure.
That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for.
And I think lastly, we have to make sure that your audio is even better of a quality.
Right. That's what I was here saying too. Like, I sat down and I've been listening to it at home. I'm looking at the clips and I'm like, we're gonna have to get the audio in a more like louder text. Like, you gotta hear it to where it's not sounding like whatever it sounded.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that's what I was already thinking, and I appreciate just you realizing that and being willing to help.
For sure. I think that should even be like your first investment or your first asset. It's like you have a piece of equipment that you use for the podcast, you can carry it with you. You know what I'm saying? So we'll look into that as well. But I mean, other than that, man, please let everybody know where they can find you, where they can follow you.
You can find me everywhere. King Clocks on Instagram. That's KINGCLOCCS. Politics and Bullish. Also IG page. And you can find me on YouTube, Gus Grizzly. And for the most part, we building,
Yes, sir. Tone Nation, get next to this man. He's out of here. I'm trying to tell you, man. For real. Listen, like, comment, subscribe to the Tone Agency YouTube, also on Instagram and all other social media platforms as well. And please, set the tone. Go.
Fucking
Shit was hard.
fucking